It arrived, the Huawei P50 Pocket Premium Edition, and I want to start with the unboxing and first look. So let's get started. Here we have the packaging of the Huawei P50 Pocket Premium Edition. As you can see here, it has this pattern that you can also feel with your fingers, and it's really golden and goes through the edges here. Has some writing at the bottom as well, and the Huawei logo at the top. On the back we have just a little sticker here about waste and stuff, where it's coming from, and that's basically it. So let's open it up. How do you open it up? I think I have to get it out here like this. Yes. So there you can see that is the special envelope for the P50 Pocket Premium Edition. I put it here in the back, and here we get the normal Huawei P50 Pocket packaging, but it still says Premium Edition here, as you can see. And yeah, it says here also Premium Edition, and here co-designed with Iris van Herpen, which is, by the way, also I think working with Lady Gaga together, so not so unknown as some people might think. Here we have the device. As you can see here, this product is a foldable phone with flexible screen. Please take note of the following, and some notice here: don't press too hard on the screen. Let's put it aside. Let's see what we have here. Some other precautions. So bendable phones or foldable or flippable phones get a lot of precautions. Here is the same as a little side note as well in here. Then we can lift this up, and we come to the co-designed with Iris van Herpen logo here again, and a nice little welcome card. Thank you for choosing Huawei P50 Pocket Premium Edition, and also a signature by the designer, which is quite cool. Then we get the Explore It on App Gallery, use pedal search, use phone clone, and the app gallery itself. And here you can see in various different languages how to join the Huawei community and service as well. Then we have two compartments here. This is the compartment for power and cable. So we get really a nice power brick inside here as well, with a nice cable, nice presentation as well. So USB A to C cable and a 40-watt supercharger. I really like to have, like, maybe they could have put in a 60-watt one, but this is only 40 watt, max 40 watt, because the device itself only supports 40 watt. But yeah, it would be nice to have a 66-watt charger, even though the device doesn't support this. And then we have something else here, SIM eject tool. We have some documentation, and what looks like a case, maybe, not sure. Let's open this up here to see what's inside. Yes, there's a case inside, which is cool. So we get some stickers here, we get some documentation, quick start guide, and something that looks like a warranty card. And then we get a case as well. So you get a case with this, which looks transparent. You can see here is the instruction as well, how to put the case on. So it's basically meant for two sides here, and you put it on, as you can see here, and you have to, I think there's a little bit of glue also sticking to it, and then you have a nice little case, which is, I think it's a hard case, hard plastic case. It's not a TPU case, so it's a little bit more premium than what I saw before. Probably I will put this case on, but I will check out the phone first. Now to the phone itself, so I can just slide it out of here, and wow, it looks pretty long, and wow, this looks really interesting. As from the design point, it's very shiny and reflective, as you can see here. And if I hold it still, you can see a little bit of a glimpse of the design. You can even feel the design here. That's a very shiny phone, I have to say. That's something definitely where when you go on the street, people will notice. It is not as golden as you might think, so it is more going to the silverish kind of feeling. And yeah, it looks pretty cool. The display, the outer display here, which is I think 1 inch or something like this, is flush to the rest of the body, which is cool. Then we have the camera bump here, and as you can see, we have various different cameras here. We have, I think, the main camera, 40 megapixel, a 13 megapixel ultra wide with ultra macro mode, and we have a 32 megapixel ultra spectrum camera, as well as I think a sensor here that can help the spectrum camera to see things in the dark. And yeah, the device itself features a 6.9 inch, I think almost 7 inch kind of screen. It is a stretched screen, it's a bit more than full HD. We have the sides almost clean. The only thing that you can see here is a dual SIM slot for dual nano SIMs, or you can put one nano SIM and nano memory card. So you have the possibility to extend the internal space, which is 512 gigabytes if you really need it on this premium edition. The normal edition has 256 gigabytes, 8 gigabytes of RAM usually on the normal edition. This premium edition has 12 gigabytes of RAM. You can see there's a 10 megapixel front facing camera as well, and you can see there is some kind of protection foil as well there, but it's really good and well made here, so I cannot see anything that can attach to it, so I probably won't see any dust there in the corners, I hope at least. The crease itself, you can see, you can feel it definitely, but you probably can almost invisible. You probably cannot see it for the first few weeks. Only if you like close the phone a few times and open it up a few times, then definitely the crease will show, especially if you have the phone closed most of the time. Then on the right side we have the power button with fingerprint reader. Nice and clicky probably, yeah, nice and clicky, as well as the volume rocker. Power button I think is good. Volume rocker, lower I can get to, reach to, higher I have to like change my position of the hand a bit. It's a bit slippery, so probably I will put on the case. Let's fold it for the first time. Wow. Yeah, makes some noises there. Feels nice. Great in the hand, still small, and now very reachable volume keys here, and also the button here for fingerprinting, power button. Yeah, I can imagine like using the little screen here. It's a bit too small maybe to use it for something more serious. Looks nice, has the Huawei branding here as well. It's protected here. And you can see it's really closing flush, so I cannot imagine there being any dust particles in between. We have some, hopefully, stereo speakers, hopefully. A USB-C, I think it's only USB 2.0, which is like, I should have opted for 3.0 if it's possible. And open it up again. Yeah, it feels nice. Can you open it up with one hand? Yes, you can. And can you close it with one hand? Yes, you can as well. Probably a bit of training you need to do because there's no crease inside here. There's no hole inside here, so you have to like pop it up at one point, closing it, opening it up. Feels nice so far. So what do you think about the Huawei P50 Pocket? Let's start it and run through the software. The device comes with Emotion UI 12 on board here in Europe or global markets. In China it comes with Harmony OS, but here they opted for Emotion UI 12, which is just like Harmony OS 2.0 Lite, I would say. So this is the first boot up, and you can see and hear the Huawei chime. And yeah, it boots up to widescreen. And there we got Emotion UI. So here we have the option to choose our language. get started. I'm in Germany, so I choose Germany here. The shenanigans, you can see that the bezels are not so big. There needs to be a little bit of bezel, so the screen is not getting onto another screen here, which is quite good. And I think the display looks fantastic, I have to say, for a foldable. And you can do this here and just fold it, and it says unfold the phone. Okay, try to unfold it. There you go, unfold it. Can it stand up right like the Samsungs can do, like this? No, it wants to open up and wants to break the camera bump already. Let's put it like this. Yeah, okay, it's holding like this. Holding like this. And here it has the tendency to open. If you have it, cannot open it 90 degrees, then it will wants to open completely. But if you have a little bit less than 90 degrees, it works fine. So you could put it on a table or something like this and film from underneath eventually. But it's not one of the features. Yeah, let's try out the fingerprint. I have to give it a super... Oh, Celia keyboard is on board, which is interesting. So they're not using Microsoft Swift keyboard here, but opted for their own keyboard, which is nice. First time I see it, I think on the Nova 9 it was still the old Swift key. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's my fingerprint. Pretty straightforward, I would say. Oh, you can have fingerprint. You can have the edges as well. And that should be it. Okay, add another one. Other options is set up face recognition. So I have to give my PIN, super secret one. And it's 2D face recognition, so let's get started. Done as well, and now I can log into Huawei ID. I will do this and do some more tests and show you some photos I took with this one, and let's take a look at the software, how much bloatware there's installed and so on. This is the vanilla software. You might think, oh, it comes with pretty much software, no Google services but Huawei services instead. So we have app gallery, themes, my Huawei pedal search, Game Center, books, music, video, health, pedal map settings and gallery, and some more applications. And here you might think, oh, so many applications, but if you click on those applications, you get like also, first of all, large folders, App Advisor, which is basically advising you to install apps. So there are some apps installed like Microsoft Office, Bing and Translator. Curve is like recommended, it's not installed. Let's see the other ones. See, those are not installed. You can see like a download button there. They're just there so that you know you have an option to download them. I don't like this, I have to say, but yeah, sometimes it has some nice game recommendations which I like, but otherwise I don't like it. Snapchat is installed. MeTime, okay, it's Huawei's own messaging client for voice messages. It's cool. Tools are installed as well, and here's some folders like Pedal Clip is installed, which is a nice video editor on Huawei, which I really like as well, and it's getting more powerful by the day. But yeah, this is everything. We can check App Assistant today is there as well with all the stuff that we want to have, and yeah, it's getting this from my account right now. So this is cool that it shares the configuration. We have notification panel, and we have the and we have the control panel. It has to give us a tutorial for this as well. And here we can do various different things. But what I want to show you is that, yeah, this is the hopefully newest version. Let's see, EmotionUI 12.01.118, and no new software update is available at this time, which is cool. And I can also show you that the battery here is 50%, 6 hours remaining. It's 4000 milliampere battery, can be charged with 40 watts. In terms of storage, we have 4% of storage, so around 20 gigabytes of 512 gigabytes used here. I guess if you have 256 gigabytes, still you have like a lot of more than 200 gigabytes free for your own data. And screen refresh rate is set to dynamic. It can go up to 120 Hertz and go down to 60, so depending on which apps you have. So let's close it up. We can see the clock here by default. What can I do? I can go to the left to see my music. Nothing's playing right now. I can go to the right to go to several apps, like I can call the camera app. I can add a city here for my weather widget, and that's basically it. Do I have like some other gestures? Probably not. Maybe they will add something more. So let's try the camera app here. It will open up the camera, and here you can see me recording with the Mate 40 Pro because it has the better Cinecam, and yeah, the P50 Pro would have been too closed up here on this kind of situation. Anyway, I can take photos here with the either clicking or just using one of the arrow buttons here, the volume buttons I mean, down and up. Let's take a selfie. And yeah, I took a selfie. What you can also do is I think you can also go to video mode. Yeah, you have to hold it then this way, and now you can record a little video. Let's do this as well. So this is a little video test with the Huawei P50 Pocket. I think it's recording with 1080p 30 frames per second, which is, by the way, the default probably. Here, what do you think about the quality? I'm holding it arm's length. Could be pretty awesome for vlogging as well, I would say. But yeah, what do you think about this video recording? I cannot do anything when I'm recording in this closed up state. But I think for vlogging might be very interesting to see yourself in a small little screen so you can check up if you are looking good or not. Pretty nice. 10 megapixels, so let's do also a photo here of the 10 megapixel photo, which is a lot wider, I think, than the default one. And I can choose if I want to have a mirror reflection or not, on or off. I don't like this, so I say off. And yeah, I have the photos here. You probably saw the photos already. I have the normal modes here that I can switch to, even a pro mode for video, and some normal modes. Fluorescence, I think, is the new mode for the Spectrum camera. So let's give this a try. And here you get some information how to use it. So capture amazing fluorescence image in total darkness. Shoot in darkness for best results. So let's try this. Otherwise, we have all the modes that we know already from other Huawei phones: dual view, story creator, AR lens, slow motion, and slow motion. We have the possibility, yeah, I don't need the tutorial, to set up the speed here that we want to have, so up to 960 frames per second. I think it's going down then to 1080p only. Video mode, we can go up to 4K, and we can, I think, also record in 60 frames per second, 60 frames per second, 4K, and you can see it supports also the wide angle 60 frames per second, 4K, which is interesting because the P50 Pro doesn't support 60 frames per second on the wide angle. This one does, and I can get also pretty close to stuff. And it should go now to the yeah, I think it automatically switched to the macro mode. Maybe we can also go into ultra macro mode. I don't see a macro mode here, but I think here it switches. Yes, it switches to the ultra wide angle, which has macro mode. And how close can I get to this lens? I think now it's getting unsharp. It's pretty close. So also pretty awesome, I would say. And yeah, a nice feature and advantage over the P50 Pro that you can see here. The ultra wide angle can record 4K 60. Yes, the screen has this 20:9 aspect ratio. Viewing movies in 21:9 would look cool. You can hear the sound as well. Pretty cool. And you can go 21:9, you can see works cool for movies, but as soon as you watch some YouTube videos or so, you will have some black bars on the side, which is probably not what you want to have. Otherwise, I think it's a pretty cool screen. You don't see the crease so much. You have to really, yeah, here you can see it a little bit, I think. And yeah, first impression, I like it. Also, the mechanism for opening and closing it is pretty cool. Let's put the case on. Here are the instructions. Remove the foam, release film, and attach to cover the phone, and shown as follows. Okay, so first the top and then the bottom. Good, this is what we want to do. Get rid of this inlay here. There you go. And then we have the top here, and yeah, it will stick a little bit with glue, so this is what I expected it to be. You can put it here, and the other one we put at the bottom, and now we have, yeah, our little protection. Makes it a little bit less slippery, I would say, and yeah, protected at least the sides here that needs protection. Here it's an opening for the fingerprint reader and the rest of the system to be used, and yeah, you can glue it on if you want to. And then we do the same for the bottom. Get the glue off and put it on firmly. And yeah, now you have your P50 protected. You feel like a little bit of like difference here, so the screen is not protected, and the camera bump is protected by the plastic surrounding. As you can see here, it's sticking up a little bit, but here it goes inwards, which might be a little bit disturbing. No new notifications, so you can also view notifications on the lock screen, which is nice. Anyway, it's a pretty cool phone and I really like it so far. What do you think about the P50 Pocket? Write it down in the comment section. That's everything for this unboxing and first look of the P50 Pocket. And yeah, write down in the comment section, what do you think about this bad boy?